Hi guys, before I begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Jibril. I'm from class 10-5 and my absent number is 23. So today I'm going to present an analytical exposition text with the title Critical Thinking is More Important Than Memorizing. In this video, I will explain why critical thinking plays a more essential role in education and real life compared to memorization. Through the logical argument and clear example, I will show why students should develop their ability to analyze, question, and think independently rather than simply remember information. So now, let me begin my exposition. Let's go. Ayo. Good morning everyone. Today, I would like to express my opinion on an important issue in education. Critical thinking is more important than memorizing. In many schools, students are often asked to memorize formula, definition, depth, and theory. While memorizing can help us remember information, I strongly believe that critical thinking plays a much more important role in helping students success in school and role in helping real life. Memorization may help us pass exam, but critical thinking help us solve problems, make decisions, and face real-world challenges. First of all, critical thinking helps students understand concepts deeply, not just remember them verbally. When students not only memorize information, they will forget it after the test is over. For example, many students memorize mathematical formula before an exam. They may remember the formula during the test, but a few weeks later, they forget it because they never truly understood how or why the formula works. In contrast, students who think critically try to understand the logic behind the formula. They ask questions like, why do this formula work? Or how can I apply this in different situations? Because they understand the concept, they can use it in various problems, even if the questions are slightly different from what they practiced before. Secondly, critical thinking prepares students for real-life situations. In the real world, problems are not always the same as the example in textbook. Life does not give multiple choice, questions with clear opinions. Instead, we are often faced with complex situations that require analysis and careful judgment. For instance, when deciding which university major to choose, students cannot simply memorize information. They need to evaluate their interests, strengths, career, opportunity, and future goals. This process requires critical thinking. Another example is when we read news on social media. Not all information online is true. Without critical thinking, people will easily believe hoax or misleading content. However, those who think critical will check the source, compare information, and analyze whether it is logical or not before believing it. Moreover, critical thinking encourages creativity and innovation. Memorizing focuses on repeating exciting knowledge, but critical thinking allows students to develop new ideas. In today's fast-changing world, innovation is very important. Technology, science, and society continue to develop rapidly. If students only memorize old information without questioning or analyzing it, progress will stop. Many great innovation will create because someone questioned exciting idea. For example, technological advancement such as smartphone and renewable energy system were developed by people who took beyond what they had memorized. They analyze problem and search for better solution. They show that critical thinking drives improvement and development. Some people may argue that memorizing is still important because basic knowledge is necessary. I agree that memorization has its place. Students need to remember certain facts, vocabulary, or formula as a foundation. However, memorization should not be the main goal of education. It should support critical thinking, not replace it. Knowing facts is useful, but understanding how to use those facts is far more valuable. In conclusion, although memorizing helps students store information, critical thinking is far more important in education and life. It helps students understand concepts deeply, solve real-world problems, avoid misinformation, and create innovative ideas. Education should not only train students to remember information, but also to analyze, question, and think independently. Therefore, schools should focus more on developing critical thinking skills rather than exercising memories alone. Thank you.
Oh, fun fact ya guys.
Fun fact ya, fun fact ya.
Dari SMP mana nih ya?
SMP Surabaya.